What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Filter News and Talking. It's your girl Ingrid. Welcome back. How y'all doing out there? Welcome. I'm just sitting here chilling. I'm just chilling. You know, when you got the window open and it's in the evening and that breeze come in. Yes, it feels good, okay? Because it's been hot. But anywho, let me tell y'all about them transcripts. Now, I read Cowboy's testimony, right? If you haven't seen that video, before you comment on this video, you need to go watch that video. Or you need to read the transcripts for yourself. Don't come for me. Because I have block fingers. I'm not arguing. I'm not going back and forth with you niggas online. I'm just going to block you. Now that I got that out the way, now listen. Cowboy, I believe those transcripts. I do. I listen to people words. I like to listen to their words. You know, listen to what they say. A person can't argue with what they say, especially when you got what they say on record. So we got to understand, when it first happened, Cowboy did like 3 interviews with the news, okay? And then he turned around and he did one with the Spotlight Digital Media. And then he got on the stand with, on the stand, and he gave his testimony. So to me, they all go together. They all go together. He's basically saying the same thing over and over, but on the stand, we hear it more in depth. And because I believe he was saying the same thing over and over again, you're going to have some inconsistencies. He didn't go into depth every time. You got to think Nipsey was a big person. People loved him all over the world. So when they asked him, man, what happened? He got to tell this story probably 100 times over. And of course, it's going to sound slightly off, but the bulk of it is the same. Now, just because he's been consistent telling the same story, that doesn't mean it's the truth. I just want to be clear about that. But all in all, he's basically been saying the same thing. He's saying that Eric walked over there and shook their hand. And he said that he was a rapper. Okay, he left out a lot. So, according to the transcripts, he did walk over and shake their hand. And after the conversation, he says, when it got towards the end, he said, have y'all heard my new song? I've been in the studio. See, so I assume, like so many other people, that Eric was just a stranger. But no, in the interview, he said he's one of us, meaning he's a rolling 60.
Get that parking lot, we put our guard down. He's one of us. Put our guard down. You know what I mean? Other than that, we wouldn't let anybody just up in our parking lot like that.
Now, there are some small inconsistencies. When he says he went, soon as he turned the corner to go into the break room, he heard shots. Soon as he sat down to eat, he heard shots. Soon as he sat down to eat his salad, he heard shots. Those are those small inconsistencies. I get it, but the bulk of it, he's basically saying the same thing. Now, in those transcripts, they was also telling him some things that he didn't even see. Because when he left to go put his food down, the camera is still rolling, okay? He didn't see when Eric Holder and Nipsey was out there talking, and Nipsey raised his right hand like maybe it got a little heated. Cowboy didn't see that. Cowboy was saying that from what he saw, everything was cool. They wasn't arguing. It didn't get heated. None of that. But he didn't see that. So, in my first video, I said, soon as Cowboy went in, that's when everything happened. And a lot of y'all felt that way. But could it been that maybe they did it right when Cowboy went in because Cowboy was the muscle? Maybe Cowboy would have popped off. Maybe they did see him as a threat. That's why they waited till he went in to do that. I'm just looking at it all different angles. And then he says, Nipsey parked in front of the barbershop. So he was in this black Benz. He wasn't in the white car. He was in the black Benz. But he also says some other things that was interesting. But before I talk about that, I want to talk about the tapes, the video cameras, okay? And if there was ever any tapes. Now, only people would know this is the family. The family would know that. And the fact that they still have him up there at the shop, at the BET Awards, the fact that they still have him up there, they must believe him. Because on the stand, he said that they were working that day, they were on, but they didn't record. And they asked him, have he ever known them to record? And his exact words were, never. He never known them to record. So, like I said, the family would know this. Because I don't know. All my stuff is allegedly. Okay? But, yeah, I think that speaks volumes, though. That the family still have him around. So maybe they believe his story. Maybe, you know, when he was telling it, he never mentioned, when he did those couple interviews, he never mentioned rempah. But he mentioned rempah on the stand. And doing my research, rempah is, you know, one of Nipsey's closest friends, which is Evan. Okay? Evan was there. The mother mentioned that.
One of Ermias's close friends was very traumatized. I walked over to him and put my hands on his shoulder, and I told him, Evan, look into my eyes, Evan. I said, you know that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, right, Evan? You understand that, right? So even though our bodies die, as they call it, on this side of eternity, our spirits live. We lift out of this vessel, and we continue on. And then I felt a spirit of retribution and revenge when I had my hands on his shoulder.
So, when he arrived, he pulled in right by the barber shop. So that leads me to believe that, like I said, he was driving that black Benz. So he get out and he walk across the parking lot and greet Evan. Evan was there. Okay, so as they outside chopping it up, okay, then Cowboy comes out. Then like 30 to 40 minutes later, Eric Holder come. So they all stayed there for a nice little while. And they were talking. Eric Holder, Nipsey, Evan, Rimpau, and Cowboy. They all stayed there and they were talking. And so Cowboy said the conversation was about some snitching. And Cowboy said that Nipsey was really trying to help Eric Holder. Because he said, hey man, you know they got some paperwork on you. I haven't read it, but you need to take care of that. And Eric was like, you know, motherfuckers be hating on me. You know. And so they stayed out there, and I guess they were talking for a while. So soon as Carrie Lathan them and the black Escalade, soon as they pull in, then Eric Holder walks off, which is odd. Soon as Carrie Lathan and them pull in, Eric Holder, he walk off. He goes back into the Master Burger. Okay? Then he come out of the Master Burger. He comes over and give Rimpau like some dap and like a handshake. And then he leave. According to video footage, he ain't dap the rest of them up. He ain't shake nobody else's hand. He gave Rimpau some dap, shake his hand, and then he leaves. So at this time, Cowboy says, it says he looks like he shakes Rimpau's hand or daps him up, meaning kind of giving him a pound, and then he immediately leaves with something in his hands back towards the white car. And so they asked Cowboy, is that what the video shows? And Cowboy said yes. They said, do you recall that happening? He says no. Like, I don't even remember that happening. They asked him, do you recall that happening? He said no. And guess what? That's on video. They showing Cowboy the video of what's going on. Now, one thing is for sure, and two things are for certain. Rempah was there. He was there when Nipsey pulled in the parking lot, according to Cowboy's testimony, and not only Cowboy's testimony, according to the footage that they're showing. And he was also there when Nipsey got shot. So he was there. Of course, it seems like him on camera that he took off running, but he was there. So he know the conversation between Nipsey and Eric. And like I said, he was there. Now, as of right now, he is not a witness. He could be a witness later on, but as of right now, he's not a witness. I have the witness list, and I don't see him on the list. So we all been jumping down Cowboy throat, but Evan was just as close as Nipsey as Cowboy was. And he was there the whole time. Not only that, even when Cowboy went inside the Marathon store to put his food down, Evan was still out there. So we got Cowboy right here with his food. Like he said, he had his food. Okay. He holding something in his hand. That's what he said. That's what we see, right? Okay. One thing about it is I hate that they didn't show the full footage. They only show a part of it. And now the rest of the tape is coming out. Now here's Evan right here at the scene. So one thing I see is a lot of old tricks, like with Carrie. You know, when somebody is involved, but they don't want to appear to be involved. So just say if two people or some people planning on to rob, just say a store. Okay. And we know that somebody works in the store is working with them. So it's an inside job. So what do they say? What do they do? Well, shoot me too. You shoot that person also so that they don't seem like they're involved. But you don't shoot them to kill them, of course. You shoot them in one of the fatty parts of the body, like the thigh, the butt, you know. You shoot them somewhere like that. And that's what I seen with Carrie. Carrie was shot in the butt. That's my story. I believe it. If he was shot at all. And now what I'm seeing with Evan, another, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong with all of this because once again, I'm going to say it again. All of this stuff is allegedly. This is just my opinion. Okay? This is just my opinion on my channel. So what I see with Evan is I don't know. I just see, I'm just going to say it. I see him being used. For some reason, I don't know why I feel that way. And I feel that way in my bones. I feel like they used Evan to get to Nipsey for whatever reason it was. You know, some kind of way they used Evan. Like I said, I could be wrong. Get to, I mean, that's one of the oldest tricks in the book. When you can't get to that person you want, you get to what? Somebody close to him. Couldn't get to Sam. Sam ain't fucking with y'all like that. You get to his bestie, one of his besties. Couldn't get to Cowboy. You get to Evan. I don't know. That's what I'm taking off. You know, I don't feel a straight up setup from Evan. I don't feel that right now. I just don't. I feel that they used Evan. I could be wrong. Shit. I could be wrong. I wasn't there. And another thing, I want to clear. So when I'm reading Cowboy's transcript, okay, he says, who did he say brought him his food? If y'all ready, y'all to know. He said Ingrid. Now, of course, he's not talking about me. I don't own the name. It's probably 1,000 Ingrids in the world. Hell, it's a movie out that's called Ingrid Goes West, and that ain't me. But I just thought it was funny that my name was in there because I don't have a common name. But when I saw my name, that just let me know that I'm destined to be on this case. Nah, baby. I'm in a whole nother part of the world. So, nowhere near LA. But to see my name, I thought that was funny. But yeah, y'all got to tell me what y'all think. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I forgot Big U. He don't like when we say like, share, and subscribe. Yes, because we're bringing the information. And if you want this information, if you want me to continue to give you this work, then you make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Like, share, and subscribe. For real. That's simple. It's easy. And if you would like to donate to this channel, donate $1. Donate $1. I got it. Look at my description. This is Cash App, it's PayPal, it's Patreon. Go on to Patreon and sign up for $1 a month. And matter of fact, I'm gonna do you one better. Any other YouTuber that you feel like is giving you the information and that's keeping the information going, and not letting certain things die, and that y'all can vibe with. Look, show them some love. Go show them some love. It's that simple. But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, cause this right here, this is real hectic. And I got a couple more videos that I'm finna bring to y'all. But I just wanted to get this one out as far as my opinion on Cowboy. And another thing. Now that necklace that he had on. Somebody jumped in my comment section and they said, oh, that's the game necklace. It was like, that's not Cowboy necklace. That's the game necklace. So maybe he put it on and the game let him put it on and he took a picture in it. But I don't know. And when they make one, they could have made another one. But if that's not Cowboy's necklace, then I apologize. I wasn't there. All of my stuff is allegedly. I'm no way in shape, form, or fashion saying that I'm 100% correct. But I ain't too far off, though, from the truth, though. I know my shit pretty close. I don't care what y'all say. But that's my time. Bye-bye.